My man Bronny Burns, Bronny man, Bronny
Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I write rhymes for Beamers. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
I write rhymes
site.
for Beamers. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
I write rhymes for Beamers. Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a
I
master
write rhymes
site.
for Beamers.
Peace, it's your man Burns. You're now locked into Twin2ition. Clear the air.
Word. All right, we there. Is it in there? It's definitely in there. If you can, put that camera on this one right here. I just want to do that, just to do this, so that they can see it and know that it's real. Then you can go back to the other camera, all right? You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. Episode 22 of Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. Let's go. All right, here we go. I got that out the way. Oh, yeah, so in case y'all didn't see that, yeah, I finally found some chalk and chalked it up to the game, y'all. So, shout out to me. Where that applause button at? I know it's somewhere on here. Where the fuck is it at? And it is there. Take a picture. Okay, cool, good. All right. So, we back. Episode 22. Nichole on the boards. Your host, Hoggie. And we're going to continue to rock and roll. And I think I forgot to wipe my shit off, though. You got that rag you still had? You got, is it on top of that? It's all good. I got something on my laptop here. Where the laptop at? I'm going to get it. But this laptop ain't used for that. This laptop is used for only podcast-related things. That's for the other laptop, the one that can get viruses and shit. So shout out to me. I'm just kidding. All right, boy, ladies and gentlemen, welcome y'all back to Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. I go by the name of Hoggie, accompanied by my wife, a.k.a. the camera woman, Nichole on the boards. Give her a round of applause. All right, episode 22, Nichole. And I appreciate you throwing me something here just to wipe the laptop off, because I be having it on the table and while I'm eating. And usually sometimes what I eat, get on the laptop while your boy working, because that's how I do. I done heard some noise. What's that music? You hear that? Huh?
Heard the kids.
That's what that was? Oh, word. So I heard that too. All right, so bear with us. Thank y'all, new listeners, returning listeners, and somebody that just kind of fell up on this podcast. I'd like to welcome y'all to Twin2ition, Clear the Air. We now are ripe in the month of November, and this is podcast is being recorded on Saturday. So hopefully y'all having a good, blessed weekend. Hopefully you are, taking rest where it need to be, and reaping the fruits of your labor as well. Because I know this past week has been trying. You know what I'm saying? We getting to the end of 2024. I feel like we just blinked and it's almost over. So y'all give yourself a round of applause as well for that. As Nichole on the boards get her chair straight. But speaking of November, Nichole on the boards. This is November. And the question I was going to ask you is, what do you think of during this time of the year, Nichole on the boards, as I take something to drink?
Well, this year, with the election and stuff happening, I think about what's to come compared to last time Trump was president.
Okay.
Kind of on the back of my mind, this shit gonna get real? Is it gonna be very unsafe for the ethnic group of people?
Okay.
Hispanics, blacks, whatever race. I really feel like it was just really Hispanics and blacks that had really big problems when he was president last time.
Gotcha.
But other than that, thinking of what I'm going to make Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay. Finally, that's what the fuck I was looking for, a guy. damn, Nichole and the boys
I
all of a
said
sudden wouldn't go
because-
for the fucking juggler at the beginning of the motherfucking podcast. I just start off with a light goddamn question, but I appreciate you going into depth and into detail with that. And I'm glad you said that. And for me, Miss Nichole and the boys, and to the listening and viewing audience, you know, when November, you know, every month had different trends and things of that nature. And I don't know if you remember Nichole and the boys, and y'all there listening, learning, watching as well. It's also No Shave November, so that's why y'all see me still sporting the Jerome look. It's really blotchy, so I really don't think it's really Jerome. But I say AKA a la Anthony Hamilton. That's how I feel.
Jerome ain't had no full beard.
He did, yeah. He had a goatee, didn't he? Yeah. So, but I guess it's more the Anthony Hamilton look. Speaking of Anthony Hamilton, I had just recently rewatched a movie that I'd seen 100 times ago. 100 times before, which was American Gangster, starring Denzel Washington. So that's one of the very good movies I've seen in a long time. I can rewatch, and like I said, that part where Anthony Hamilton came up when he was started singing, I was like, oh damn, I should sing a little bit. I was just like, wish I could see through, see deep into you. All right, but I ain't gonna give you too much of that. I know what you're thinking now. All right, let me chill. All right, yeah, but yeah, so also, like I said, it's No Shave November. I may or may not have a picture next to me for y'all that watches us on YouTube. But speaking of that, we are streaming on all major platforms. That's all major platforms because like I said before, pay real money for that shit. So y'all go check me out on Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere where you get your podcast services. I am fucking there. But I was saying, back to the YouTube thing, I remember when I was actively fighting fire, I had that thick ass mustache. So maybe I may bring that back towards the end of No Shade November just to see if I can still pull it off for the 99 and 2000. So shout out to me.
You gonna do the curl jig?
I might not do the handlebar. Just
Why not? Your daughter likes it.
But that shit don't go good with braids. And as y'all can see, like I said, the Anthony Hamilton look with I'm growing the size out of the braids. So no longer looking like a young boy, just gonna have all this shit even again. So yeah, it's gonna take a little while for that as well. So so back to the trends. Yes, No Shave November. And for those little guys out there that's watching, listening, and learning, it's also reason why Nichole and the boys got like a frown on her face. It's also No Nut November. So give y'all a round of applause as well. It definitely is getting No Nut November. If you ever heard of that, Google it. It is a thing. But I was just fucking with Nichole and the boys because she been pressing the nigga, cause for real, with all the little babies and stuff going around out there in the wild, we ain't trying to have none of those. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make sure.
I have a Morena.
All right, let's not get too deep into the fray of things.
So,
what you say?
With that being said, you know, in my side of the family, we got all these babies.
All kinds of little.
We got one that's about to be 2.
Yeah.
One that was born September.
Mm-hmm.
And a new one that I know, but the family is going to find out
determined
today
what
it's going to be. But that one will be here on May 4th. Supposed to be May 4th is the due date.
Damn, that baby going to be a nerd. May the 4th be with you. But with that being said, hopefully with all the festivities, with all these gender reveals and shit, hopefully y'all keep the shit, you know what I'm saying, PG-13 and now above and beyond. Like people be setting shit on fire, be crashing airplanes and killing pilots and shit. People be getting hit in the face with the goddamn gender reveal colors. Hopefully none of that shit take place today. So shout out to
I went the safe route.
And y'all. So.
Cause I've seen too many videos with them little cannon things where you twist it like this and they come out and the person got it the wrong damn way or something. The shit be all over them.
Smack them in the damn
or
face.
It just somehow gets on them. And I'm like, I know damn well if Tasha do the shit and they get all over her, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me see if I can find something else. And I seen like the confetti ones where, you know, the whatever color, blue or pink or whatever, goes everywhere or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then I seen like balloons you could pop, and I was like, oh, well, is Angie really gonna want all this confetti everywhere with Carter running around to put the shit in his mouth and stuff. I was like, nah. So I went the fire extinguisher type of thing route, which is pretty cool, where you just got to press the button and it sprays out.
Yeah, so shout out Nichole on the board. Her and her T-Move adventures.
That was from Amazon, sir.
Same shit. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make sure these boards are working. And shout out to Nichole on the boards also for going above and beyond the call of duty to do this gender review and shit. All right, back to the boards. I gotta do this before we start the podcast show. Y'all know how to go. For all y'all listeners that know how y'all know. The new ones, y'all get hip to it, but let's go. Let's clear the fucking air, y'all.
No doubt. K-Slate brought us over here to clear the air, you know what I mean?
And you know what? And that's what I want to do, man. I want to clear the air, man.
Baby gobble in the fair. This industry shit is weird. Tell them to clear the air. Was writing in the dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all back to Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. Like I said before, I go by the name of Hoggie. Company my wife, Nichole on the boards, is actually actively squeezing a pimple off my daughter's head off camera. And for all of y'all out there watching, listening, and learning, the bucket hats are still live. I repeat. The Clear the Air bucket hats are still live as well. So hopefully y'all can get your hands on it while supplies last. They are going for $34.99 MSRP. That's $35. Y'all can go ahead and just DM me for details, and it's just like that, y'all. So moving right along, for y'all who out there watching, listen, learn, you got something you want to add before I keep on going? Stop popping
I
pimples?
got a question.
What's up?
For the parents out there that have little ones Zendaya's age. Like, Zendaya is 8 years old. Do y'all kids got pimples already?
I mean,
like, I feel like when we was 8 years old, we weren't getting pimples yet.
all the foods is different, so we're trying to switch up on these all antibiotic free foods and eating organic. That's probably why our shit stinks so bad. So give us a shout out for that. But moving right along, because she had an open-ended question. To y'all there watching, listening, learning, to new listeners, newcomers, for y'all that been rocking with us, hey, I just need y'all to do something, yo. And that's to hit that subscribe button right there below. For y'all watching us on YouTube, we can be found at Clear the Heir. That's ClearTheHeir. Clear the Heir. That's also the same on Instagram at Clear the Heir, Facebook at Clear the Heir, and on Threads at Clear the Heir, and on X/Twitter we are known as Twin2ition Pod. That's TWIN 2, the number 2, ITIONPOD. It's just like that. So I had to get that housekeeping out the way, y'all. Moving right along. So back to, like I said, I'd like to shout out first and foremost for my ace, my boy who came in on short notice because I had something to do on the Halloween episode. Shout out to Jerome, Romy Rome. Romy Rome did a great job while in my absence. He made sure that he hit everything that I told him to hit. And he did not break character at all. So like I said, give Romy Rome a round of applause. Check him out here beside me. I'm gonna have that video running right there. Jerome in the house. Like I said, for y'all that's out there to just hip to the podcast, Clear the Air. I'm also on TikTok at Hoggie, HOGGIE at TikTok, and I do a lot of those characters, so to speak. And it started off me just dressing up with the kids on one Halloween as a blank man. And it took off like a wildfire, yo. The next year was Killmonger. And then the following year was Major Pain. It's also on my YouTube. I got a separate YouTube from Clear the Air as well, where I do all these funny videos, things of that nature. And when I put these costumes on, y'all, I was just talking to because I have those mannerisms. Like, I can't have a costume on and be Hoggie or Carrie. I'm who the fuck I am when I'm inside these costumes. So shout out to me for actually, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely when I say he is in character the entire time he got that costume on,
the whole fucking
we'll be
time,
in the car from point A to point B, and he be in character the whole time.
The whole
he will
time,
ask me a question or whatever in fucking character.
The whole time, y'all.
It's like, no, ain't nobody around, it's just us. You can be yourself.
I am who I am. Shout out R.I.P. to Heath Ledger. Because that was a hard fucking job. It had to be a hard job being Joker and not being able to turn that shit off, yo. So shout out to these real, I guess you call them method actors or whatever the fuck you want to call them, that's actually becoming somebody else. So speaking of that, shout out, because we just recently rewatched for the first time with my 12-year-old son, the motion picture called Norbit, starring Eddie Murphy, and Cat Williams and everybody else that was in that shit. And I was telling them that Eddie Murphy was all these characters in this movie, yo. My wife thought it was just Norbit and Rasputin. I was like, no, he the fucking Asian dude too. So this is how I grew up, yo. Like comedy, comedians and shit. Like this is how all black households, like I said, this clear the ass for the culture, all right? So I'm gonna clear the fucking air. Clear the ass for the culture. We start off with your mama jokes and shit like that, but I feel like comedy is that bridge where we can actually speak our truths and be real with y'all. And I was telling one of my coworkers at work yesterday, I said, it's cool to be funny because everybody think it's a joke, but I be fucking dead ass serious, yo. So shout out to me. But like I said, shout out to Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, the GOATs, the Pioneers. Shout out to In Living Color, the Wayans brothers, all of them for these different characters, yo. And I feel like if it was up to me, I don't know how Hollywood treated, but y'all deserve a check for every last one of these motherfuckers that y'all portray, man. Because at the end of the day, without these characters, without these mannerisms, the movies wouldn't be what they are today. So I like this. That's my way when I dress up and put these costumes on. It's an ode to y'all, man. And like I said, shout out to y'all. Clear the air, man. Moving right along. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Like I said, I mentioned the while supplies last. This iteration of the Clear the Air bucket hat is now going for $35 MSRP. I'm sporting for the fit check today. This custom made one of one Clear the Air embossed dad hat. Shout out. Also got on black jeans shit and shout out to my man Lunatic. Y'all gonna keep hearing his name every time this podcast come on, but shout out to Lunatic, man. Rocking the Deranged Poems of Sadness t-shirt, man. It's also got it across the back there. And y'all can get y'all own as well on killfloorrecords.com. That's KILLFLOOR records.com. Shout out to Lunatic, man. Peace G. Also some Jordan 14s and all other shit, but it is what it is. Speaking of Jordans, Nike and that Jordan brand. I'm sick and tired of every year, November, December, January, it's the same fucking Jordans coming out, just different colors, yo. I didn't stop buying them motherfuckers because I got a closet full of goddamn with the same shoes I release every year. Sick of it. Stop making the fucking 11s. This fucking velvet fucking braids just look stupid. They are fucking pointless. For y'all who keep doing this shit, it is what it is, but I'm sick of buying goddamn shoes. Moving right along, Nichole on the boards. Nichole on the boards. What's
I got
up?
a little insert about these Jordans.
What you got?
Why y'all can't make like pre-orders for the Jordans? Like us normal working people that work Monday through Friday, you got people that don't have access to their phones and stuff to try to even attempt to get these shoes that are coming out. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you do have access to your phone, but you're actually working. Like, it's not fair that you got all these bots buying up all these Jordans.
Then
you got
reselling them, motherfucker.
all these people that aren't working jobs that have that opportunity to sit on their phone and keep trying to get a ticket place or actually purchase the shoe to get it. But us people that are going to work on a regular, we don't really have that opportunity to get these shoes. Why come you can't have something put out where you're like, if you want the shoe, you got to prepay for it and it will be made and sent to you in the size that you request.
Oh, that can work. Okay, look.
And then
getting these motherfuckers business models.
If you want to have, ones in the store, put them in the store also. Okay. But you would be making the money off the shoe instead of these people buying them not to wear them. They're buying them to resell them to the same people that can't get their hands on them because they're at work.
She going on a rant.
And now you gotta pay double, sometimes triple the fucking price.
I mean, I think it's pick your poison.
It's not right.
Thankfully, for me, what I do, Nichole on the boards, and I think a lot of our watchers, listeners, and learners do the same shit I do. And what I do is at the beginning of the year, right? I do it like beginning of the year and then halfway through the year, go to a website called 23is Back. Shameless plug. And they tell you all the different Jordans coming out, right? And I always pick like one or maybe two pair of Jordans that I must get from the fucking Freya things, and then I just get one because the fucking shoes, not only that, retail price is now
Like
up like
$200
up 75% from the regular fucking value when they first came out. Jordan 9 Olives just came back out today, and the bitch is running for 210 MSRP. So fuck all that. And I already got a pair of 9s. I just ain't got those, but I'm gonna find them soon. And it is what it is. But moving right along, y'all. Y'all know every time I open up this damn laptop, man, it's for one reason and one reason only, y'all. And Nichole on the boards.
Yes.
This week it's music spotlight this week, okay? Of course. Which is for y'all out there that's new, out there watching the show, listening to it as well. Music Spotlight is a place where we take up-and-coming artists or mainstream or underground or whatever you want to call it. Anybody that's working in their gift that's doing music, whether you're an artist, MC, or producer, or writer as well, because some of y'all write this shit too, and somebody got it out there as well. What's up?
You want Daya down here?
I mean, it's up to her if she want to come down here. But what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, for an artist, MC, or producer that's out there in the wild, what we do is send y'all a DM or the latter, or my people call your people. And then what we do is we chop it up, and I say, hey, do you want to be featured on Clear the Air? Twin2ition presents Clear the Air Music Spotlight, where we can get our audience, which we got a growing audience over here, so shout out to y'all. We get our audience to be hip to your sound, whether you are local, here in the Tri-Cities area, Petersburg, Richmond area, 804, or you abroad, whether you out there in the 704, or you in the NYC, you in Philadelphia, or if you in California, wherever the fuck you at, man, doing music, working in your gift, and we get our audience hip to y'all. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Music Spotlight this week, and I've been politicking the hell out of Music Spotlight, y'all. I know y'all like, man, come on, man, you keep fucking talking. But I've been politicking the hell out of Music Spotlight, and now I can say I done added another one or two more jewels or stones to my infinity gauntlet, or like Jerome said, to the pimp ring. I done add another couple of artists to it as well. But this artist here has been featured before on Clear the Air. And, of course, just to kind of, turn the corner a little bit back to the females, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run with this Music Spotlight this week, y'all, which is from the album titled Heavy by the 704's Miss Queen Dopamine. Let's give her chimes. Miss Queen Dopamine out of the 704. And this song is called Bounce by Queen Dopamine. Y'all strap up. Fix your crown. Kings and queens. Queen Dopamine. Let's go. If it plays.
All I want to do is see you bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce. Move with me up on my count. 1, 2, 3, it's going
This is
down.
Daya's favorite artist right here.
Come on, bounce, yeah, yeah. Come on, bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce, yeah, yeah. Come on, bounce.
It's the queen, stacking up green. Usually in the background, setting up scenes. Right now, jokes, not this time. I'm making you bounce, I'm busting out rhymes. Get your hands up, make you stand up. How you gon' move, boy? Put them hands up. When you hear this sound, we get down. Yes, it's me, kiss my crown. Dopamine, keep it clean. Bullet fuel, gasoline in my tank. Turn it crank, light it up, pull it yank. For a party, never tardy. Drink Bacardi, feel your body up and down on your couch. If there's a problem, we can bounce. bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Everything always black and gold. Cooking up lyrical casseroles. I don't stop, I pass go, collect my money, stack it up. Get more stocks than back it up. I'm the driver, not passenger. Lasix make you ask for her. Music got you blasting her. Now everybody fasten up. I'm the fairest, lyrically careless. All the fellas stopping, staring. All the girls like what she wearing. Giving all no fucks to Karen. Is it war that we declaring? Is it war that we declaring? Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce.
All I wanna do is see you bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce. Move with me up on my count. 1, 2, 3, it's going down. Bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce. Yeah, yeah. Come on, bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce. Yeah, yeah. Come on, bounce.
Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce. Put it down, leave it down, turn around, set 'em up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, bounce.
Bounce. Yeah. Bounce. Hey. Bounce. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that song was by Queen Dopamine from the album Heavy. That track was called Bounce, and that definitely is still fire, y'all. So shout out to Queen.
Could I please have more, sir?
Oh, you mean ma'am? Hell yeah, yes indeed. Can we please have some more of that Queen Dopamine? It's tough. And shout out to my daughter, Zendaya. This is one of her favorite songs. I don't know which camera's on me. This is one of her most favorite songs, and she knew this song verbatim before I did. So shout out to her as well. Sorry we had to put you on the spot, Zendaya. And
You got anything you want to say to Queen
Dopamine? You want to say that Queen Dopamine? She
Tell
loves
her
your
how
music.
Much you love her song? No. Why not? You being shy?
Yeah, she being
Don't
shy.
be shy.
Because he won't let me do the finish the lyrics or guess who made it and guess what the song was called.
I mean, that's a gimme. That's a gimme one for you, man.
That was the music spotlight.
Yeah, she was the music spotlight this week. So
music spotlight. It wasn't a question.
Yep. So with that being said, like I said, again, shout out to Queen Dopamine. She's also featured on the Burn Instrumentals 2 album. Long Live the Burn. She got a track with Explicit on there, and I believe it's called Run Tell That. I believe. Oh, that shit is fire. So I may or may not have that, kind of shuffled in the music spotlight as well. So shout out to Queen Dopamine once again. The 704s, the Queen City, Queen Dopamine. Shout out her once more, y'all. So calling all artists is also a call to action. Calling all artists. If you want to be featured, like I said before, the music spotlight on our show, we are calling all artists. Just send us a DM for further details, and let's clear the air, man. And it's just like that. So, but that also being said, I want to shout out to all the artists that's part of that gauntlet. And like I said before, shout out to Bernie Burns, Explicit, Lunatic, Willie Skate, Uncanny Sega, Charles Heron, Queen Dopamine, DDA Tink, Bless Picasso, Crew Love Entertainment, and Scary Hour, man. Shout out to all y'all for gracing me with y'all gifts, man. And if I called your name, if I left your name out, definitely give me a call, man, and send me a DM, y'all. I might have a pack on the way for y'all for actually letting me come out here and clear the air with y'all as well, man. So shout out once again. Once more, y'all. So let's move the podcast right on. Nichole on the boards. You got anything you wanted to add before we move right on?
No.
All right, she ain't never got nothing to move on. She always had all these different pauses and shit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep the podcast rolling, keep the show rolling. So let's go. Listen to this.
White facts. White people treat politics like Bloods and Crips because look at what politics makes white people do. They gangbanging over legislation, fighting over flags, stacking their gang signs, repping the set everywhere. They getting into shootouts, beefing over territories, silencing snitches. They ready to go to war for their OG, OP. All while knowing that these political gangs are the reason that there are more drugs and weapons in the streets. This isn't a democracy to white people. It's love and hip hop Capitol Hill. Republicans being the Bongers Pyrus, with liberals as Democrats. And most of these politicians are old as dirt. They rolling 60 for real.
Yo, shout out to social media's own The Conscious Lee. I had to pull that John out before I did this segment, man. But he actually, what he do is he got this segment called White Facts, and the shit be hitting. I be like, yo, this some real shit, man. But with that all being said, November 7th have now come and gone, and election 2024. For y'all who've been living under a rock or not giving a fuck, but Donald Trump wins. He is now President-elect Donald Trump, and he wins in a landslide victory, like Nichole and the boys mentioned earlier. And so shout out to number 45 now, number 47, President-elect Donald Trump. I know that's gonna ruffle some goddamn fellas, but shout out to him for actually winning and winning it the right way, yo. So
how we
also
know he won it the right way.
See how we going, but we don't want to keep this politic train going. But I mean, if y'all wanted me to keep this politic train going, can y'all give me a hell yeah? I can't find that button. I don't think I can find it. No, I can't find it. Fuck it. Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Oh, you found it.
What? What?
All right, so with that being said, shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Donald Trump. But Donald Trump won the presidential election in a landslide. I repeat, a landslide victory. And with that being said, since Trump, he ain't take office yet. He still got to January. I believe our inauguration day was January 6th or something like that, the first or second Tuesday in January, first Tuesday during whatever the fuck it is. But he still got to inauguration day, but Kamala Harris, all them Democrats, they now packing their shit up out the White House. And for me, Nichole and the boys, y'all know you know how I double dab in the stock market. And the first thing I did in 4 motherfucking years, 3.5 to be exact, was go to my Fidelity account. And if I had a button, that bitch would say cha-ching, because the motherfucking stocks then rose up. But with that also being said, the stock market has soared since the election results have been finalized. We don't know for a fact right now, because it's always been the same since I've been alive, but whether race relations are starting to warm up again. But with that also being said, I wanted to make this more of a reasoning behind why Trump won the office, right? And Kamala Harris's her loss and why she lost, right? And I got a list of shit on why she fucking lost the election. I mean, to each his own. Don't let me.
Like it's multiple things,
right? But for me, the glaring one was for her to be a woman of color. Not to say that she's black, because I don't think she claimed being black. But she kind of pander. You know how motherfuckers do. Some people know how to, be chameleons and shit in certain rooms, do what the fuck they do. But with that being said, I did not like her, asking people for money for her presidential election fund or whatever, and then come out with fucking Megan Thee Stallion twerking and shit at one of the rallies. And then her saying that she ain't gonna do shit for black people at another one of her rallies. And then her most recent one right before the election, she had fucking Cardi B reading from her goddamn phone. I do a better job reading from these motherfucking topic lists than Cardi B did at the fucking pre-election rally, reading from her goddamn phone. I wish I had an audio of that. But for those of y'all who have not seen it, I'm quite sure it's on Twitter. Quite sure it's on Instagram. I'm quite sure it's on the internet somewhere. Just go ahead and find that video, Go ahead and find that video, and I guarantee you'll have a good little laugh in it. So that was one of the reasons, many of the reasons why I think she lost the election. Like I said, not to mention like different policies and shit like that. And I understand, they want to, to get everybody's vote and all this other stuff. But for a lot of shit, what I'm saying, me being a religious man that I did not agree with, that she was really, pandering to as well. So it is what it is, y'all.
I feel like,
but with this app, I feel like
just,
before, what you got?
Thinking of like statistics as far as like gangs and stuff nowadays on the East Coast.
Okay.
I want to say the second largest gang is white supremacists.
Okay.
So that means that's identified relations to white supremacy.
Okay.
So, and it's quite a bit. And, you know, think about the ones that are not known that are out there that wouldn't vote for her just because of her color.
Gotcha.
They might have agreed 100% with the things that she was saying she wanted to do or want to change or whatever, but they wouldn't vote for her just because she wasn't white.
Gotcha. All right.
And then think about all these men out here that wouldn't vote for her just because she's a woman.
So that got debunked as far as the black men. Black men were actually voting for her.
Black men probably also was voting for her because she was a black woman.
Yeah, but just but it was a thing on Twitter and on the interwebs that a lot of black men weren't voting for her and shit like that. And not to tell y'all who I voted for, but I can tell y'all this: when I did had to go to the polls and vote, how I vote the same way every year, and I vote some of them and some of them. Y'all niggas gotta work together. Like I gotta go work with a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers at my job that know what their job is and still decide not to fucking do it. So shout out to me for my strategy. Some got in, some got out. It is what it is. At the end of the day, my black ass is gonna still have to go to work. I'm gonna still have to kiss ass. I'm gonna still have to learn my job. I'm gonna still have to be able to put the work in and move forward and so on and so forth and all that I do. So regardless of who the fuck got their ass in that chair, I'm still gonna be black. I'm still gonna have to go to work. I still gotta fucking pay taxes. Still gotta fucking pay the light bill because the refrigerator is still plugged up. So it is what it motherfucking is. And with that also being said, for those of y'all who are law-abiding citizens and those who ain't law-abiding citizens, you can still go get bullets as well in case you need them motherfuckers. And it's just like that. I had to clear the air on that. With that being said, Nichole and the boys, let's go. Hey.
Already.
Race check. Nichole on the boards. For y'all who out there that's new to the program, hit that subscribe button like I said before. But race check, Nichole on the boards. And it is name that character. All right? All right, played by the one and only Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
That's Samuel L. Jackson, all right? Where, name that character, well, played by Samuel L. Jackson, where he did not cuss. He did not use no cuss words. Name that character. 5.
Frozo.
Hey, hell yeah. Good job, Nichole on the boards, yo. And you said it halfway right. But yeah, that character name is Frozone. Honey, where my super suit? From The Incredibles. Yeah, shout out to Nichole on the boards getting that right. Her first race check, where she got it right, y'all. So
No,
again,
it's not.
give her another fucking round of applause.
That is not the first one I got right.
You did that in the first one you got right?
No, it's not.
Audience, is that the first one she got right or no? And I try to be nice and not make it music related, so shout out to you as well. Yo.
I get all the music related ones wrong.
Oh yeah, you do get all the music related wrong, for real. But
Damn, son.
Let me stop playing. Yeah, all right. So she do get all the music related ones right. I just started going real crazy with that board real quick. Just start touching shit. But with that being said, I don't even know what that damn button do. Hell no, I don't even know what that button do. I should push it just to push it. Let me see what this button do, y'all. Oh, that is I gotta change that one. That is the Black History Didn't Know, or Black Facts, I guess. That's a long ass button too, by the way. No Diddy. Pause. But yeah, shout out to Nichole and the boys again for
Just quiet at the beginning.
Yeah, so that makes it long. Shout out to Nichole's on board for getting that right. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. Before I lose y'all, because this shit is real unorthodox, but moving on to sports. Week 9/week 10. Green Bay Packers got smoked in America's game of the week, which I knew was going to happen. That's why I went at home watching it. I knew we was going to take an L, but we lost to the Detroit Lions in horrendous fashion at Lambeau. So glad I wasn't there, and it rained that day at Lambeau, of course. But with that being said, Nichole and boys, I guess it's going to be a hot take as well. But shout out to Mr. One of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL, used to be in the NFL, Cam Newton, now podcast personality, now a media personality on ESPN. He just recently got the job on ESPN's flagship show called First Take. And he's only 4 episodes in, Nichole, to First Take. And I think I'm getting a little warm in here. He's only 4 episodes into First Take, and he is slowly pulling the curtain back. Excuse me, while I get a sip of water. Yeah, but he's slowly pulling the curtain back on First Take. And guess what he did, Joe? What? He pulled their card, and he told the people at First Take that he is sick of the producers. And basically what he was saying is, in essence, hey, he's sick to the producers to the point he's like, yo, Cam Newton said, and I quote, why are we still talking about the irrelevant Dallas Cowboys?
Talk to him, though, for real.
And he was saying, like, he lost his cool on the media for giving too much attention to the Cowboys. And he also went on his podcast show called 4th and 1, where he also mentioned the same thing. I was like, yo, why the fuck we still talking about the Cowboys, yo? They got a losing record. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, at the end of the day, why the fuck y'all still kicking a man while they down? There's other people out here doing great things in the NFL, doing extraordinary things. We got a lot of new quarterbacks out here that's now making their name a household name in the NFL. Why the fuck we still talking about the Cowboys, yo?
Exactly. Just like...
I'd be mad if I was a Cowboy fan, yo. To be honest. I'm gonna be real. I'm glad Roman in here, but I'd be mad if I was a Cowboy fan. Like, yo, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, they're losing. Like, who cares? They ain't America's team. Like he said, like, yo, they ain't won nothing in what? 30 fucking years, yo. Damn near. Yeah, 30, 95, 96. Yeah, they ain't won nothing in 30 fucking years, yo. Like, stop talking about them. Nobody gives a fuck. So shout out to Cam Newton.
That's honestly like the same with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
What has Aaron Rodgers really done this year?
Not a motherfucking
Nothing.
thing. Nothing.
But all they do is talk about Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers that Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers was starting to be washed up when he was in Green Bay.
Right, real shit. Once he started like doing all them different drugs and going dark and shit, I was like, this motherfucker lost his goddamn mind. Maybe he got CTE for real, for real. He ain't got hit that much. It's Tua there, so I can only imagine how Tua gonna be. But yeah, like stop talking about the motherfuckers. Like at the end of the day, yo, nobody gives a fuck, and that's what he was saying, yo. Like this is how you lose your audience. Like you ain't got to pander to the fucking Dallas Cowboy fans that don't really give a fuck. Most working 9 to 5, so they at work right the fuck now. They ain't sitting here watching First Take unless they're on their goddamn lunch break. But let me stop talking shit. But yeah, on some real shit though, stop talking about the Cowboys, y'all. And it's just like that. Also, staying on sports. Recently, the NBA, I believe he's a first ballot Hall of Famer if he's not already in there. I believe he's in there though. But Dwayne Wade's statue had got unveiled, Nichole. And the crazy part about it, they ain't nothing like Canton, Ohio. What's that sound? That's you touching something?
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't nothing like Canton, Ohio. She over there unwrapping a goddamn Halloween treat, piece of candy or something. But yeah. So moving right what I was saying before, so rude to interrupt about Nichole doing. She's over there stimming and shit. Yeah, Dwayne Wade statue had recently got unveiled. And like I said, they ain't nothing like Canton, Ohio, the people who make these statues and busts and shit of NBA players. But that nigga statue don't look nothing like him, yo. You remember how Allen Iverson earlier in the podcast we showed y'all he had the little ass baby statue? Mm-hmm. But Dwayne Wade got a statue of a nigga that ain't Dwayne Wade, yo. And the internet, the fucking internet is going crazy with that shit, yo. To the point where like even it looked horrible. I probably had the picture up beside me once this podcast airs on YouTube, but the statue looked horrible. and they had a video of him looking at another one of his family members, and a lot of words were said when they looked at each other, but their mouth won't move, yo. And insult to injury. One of the football teams in college, they had on their big jumbotron right behind the fucking field goal post. Trying to ice the point after is good. The Dwayne Wade's fucking statue, yo. I don't know if they made the goddamn kick or not, but that shit was crazy as fuck to see, yo. So shout out to that. All right, keep this podcast short and sweet, simple and to the point. But hot take as well, Nichole on the boards, and this is from complex.com. I don't know if somebody rolled 7 on the Jumanji board, or if it's about to become Planet of the motherfucking Apes. But according to Complex, 40 escaped monkeys are on the loose in South Carolina, and the police are urging residents to keep indoors and windows secured, yo. And this is coming from complex.com. 40 monkeys have escaped from the Alpha Genesis Research Facility in Yemassee, South Carolina. Per messaging on its official site, the Alpha Genesis is the world's premier provider of the finest non-human primate products and services. And they said traps have been set up around the area, and the Yemassee Police Department is currently on site utilizing thermal imaging cameras in an attempt to locate the animals. Police said, adding that residents are strongly advised to keep indoors and keep windows secured. So I don't know if my man Caesar saw that Trump got the election, he won it, so he's starting to rally the motherfucking troops or not, y'all. But if y'all live out there in South Carolina, man, keep your head on the motherfucking swivel, because them monkeys got strength. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. They got fucking strength, guys. Moving right along. Nichole on the board. You FaceTiming somebody?
Yeah, Angie was showing me something.
Oh my god, y'all do all kinds of extracurricular shit.
Shoot, they got.
All right, so what's going on? What you got? Because this is going to be a part of the show. This is a part of a show segment, y'all, where we see what Nichole on the boards is doing. And
I love Harry Potter. She was showing me these Harry Potter Uggs. They got like each class, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw.
Word, so you should get some Slytherin junks coming in the mail. That's what's up. Shout out.
I want those Slytherin ones.
Word.
Get you some Hufflepuff ones.
Hufflepuff.
Isn't that what you are on the game?
No, I'm Ravenclaw, my nigga. Keep that shit for real. And the Sword and Hat picked me. So shout out before we move on. So to Nerd Talk early. Just a little small segment of Nerd Talk. I'm probably gonna hit that jump still too. But yeah, the game Hogwarts Legacy. If y'all have not played it, please play it. If y'all like role playing games and shit. If y'all like the Wizarding World and all this other shit or whatever. When the Sword and Hat picked me as Ravenclaw, and I went with that. I ain't change it up. I ain't let it shuffle again. I became Ravenclaw.
I ain't lying.
So shout out to me.
I wanted to do my first one as Gryffindor, so.
The game too goddamn long to play anything else.
I'm playing all 4 classes.
Shit, by the time you finish that shit, that bitch gonna be on the PS19. They are on the PS5 fucking Pro already, where they be dropping goddamn consoles, and that bitch is gonna cost you just a little over $2,000. So shout out to PlayStation. PS19.
But all of them are dope. I said all of them are cool though.
Oh yeah. So
they got like the little croc charm things on them, like for different things for each house.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Sorry. All right. So staying on entertainment. For those of y'all who didn't know, but shout out to Young Thug. I don't know how he did it, but he pled guilty. And now he is officially a free man. He pled guilty to those RICO charges. But he's a free man, and he has also accepted a plea deal and was served 15 years probation. And one of the things was he cannot live in the Atlanta metropolitan area. And his one request was could he still do music with Gunna. And also with that being said, he can't rap about guns and drugs and gang shit. So I don't know what his music going to sound like. Somebody put a thing out there on the internet saying that he sounded like Cuz from Abbott Elementary. The old girl was dating.
He can't even do that.
Like but he was saying, no, don't do drugs to the kid. Remember that shit?
I know that. But if his stipulations say he can't rap about drugs. If he's rapping saying don't do drugs, he's still rapping about drugs. So technically, he still cannot do that. But his ass can do Christian rap.
Right, it's true. I feel like Young Thug's sound, which is very, very unique. Most time I don't understand what the fuck he be saying. But his sound is still unique. So I'm quite sure there's still an audience out there that's going to listen to it as well. But the flip side of that coin.
There's some dope-ass Christian rap artists.
It is. It's one song. I need to hit that dude for me to spotlight. But this one dude, he did the yeah. He did the rap to the yeah jump.
I think the one the dude I sent you.
I believe so. I put that jump on my playlist. That jump hit me one day. I'm riding somewhere, either to the one of three places: work, the car wash, or the food line. And that song came on, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." I went down just jamming. So shout out to that song. And that artist, he may or may not be on Music Spotlight. But yeah, to the flip side of that, well, one came out, another one went in. And Chicago's own Lil Durk is now locked up due to allegedly ordering a hit/murder for hire plot on a young gentleman, I believe Quando Rondo was his name, for the King Von murder that happened. I think it was back in 2019. I'm not to be exact. And the question I got to ask is, what the fuck up with these entertainers, yo? Y'all make all these millions of dollars, got all these big followings and shit, and y'all can't leave the street shit alone, man. I don't understand what the fuck going on with y'all. Y'all need to get your fucking life together, because life is very, 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 very short, unless your ass in jail. And then it's very, 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 very long. So get your shit together, y'all. Stop trying to be gangsters. Just be yourself. I am myself. But I can be pushed to a certain degree, but I'm just still saying, just stop trying to portray something that you ain't, yo. Be yourself. Just be yourself. You ain't got to put on an image. Every song ain't got about be sliding on no ops, killing the motherfucker and shit like that. It's really weird when I hear that shit, man. Like I said in West Side Guns jump, man. Music is spiritual, yo. People don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because people do that shit. Look, a bunch of young ass dudes come out there and all of a sudden they got to slide on their ops. Can't even spell ops, but they want to slide on them and shit. I don't understand it. Hopefully y'all learn from it soon, because y'all ain't got long, yo. Moving right along. Last night, Nichole on the boards. I tried to stay up and watch it, but shout out to Virginia's own, Norfolk, Virginia's own Keyshawn Davis and his brothers. They brought motherfucking ESPN to Norfolk, y'all, to the 757. And, knowing me, I be trying to, be on top of shit or whatever. But them tickets, when niggas brought ESPN, them tickets went up, yo. Yesterday's price was not today's fucking price. And I go for the floor seats. I'm gonna be real with y'all, because I feel like, hey, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do everything at least once, and I'm gonna do it the way it's supposed to be done. All right, I won't be in no fucking nosebleeds and shit. Can't tell who the fuck is who, what is what. Can't hear. If a nigga get knocked out and the spit come out his mouth, I want it to hit me at least on my goddamn forehead or something, yo. But the tickets were $1,500 for the floor seats. And if I would have went, Nichole on the boys, I probably would have put a fit together, you know what I'm saying, for the 757. And speaking of fits, before I get to my fit, they were sponsored by Pharrell's ice cream company, yo. So shout out to that shit. Niggas had the Pharrell shit on, yo. The BBIC, yo. The Billionaire Boys Club, yo. That shit was dope, yo. So shout out to them. That was real dope to see that on all their different get-ups and shit. Their robes and their shorts and trunks and shit like that. But if I would have went there, I probably would have pulled out, shout out to my twin brother. I probably would have pulled out that Michael Vick autographed jersey, and I would have put that bitch on with my Vicks. And sat next to Michael Vick and his wife, and had that motherfucker sign the bitch, because Michael Vick was in the house as well. Yeah, so.
But I thought it was already signed. Huh? You said you gonna wear your Michael Vick signed jersey,
right,
and sit beside Michael Vick and have him sign the jersey.
No, I had the Vicks on. I got some.
Oh,
I got some
get
Vic
him to
shoes.
sign the Vicks.
Yeah, have him sign the shoes.
Okay.
Too, put the bitches in the glass case. And also,
jersey was already
and don't get it wrong, I'm a diehard Green Bay Packer fan, but Michael Vick was one of my most favorite athletes in the NFL. He was the only guy that came to Lambeau Field, and when he played against Green Bay, I did not wish any kind of health harm or bodily harm to him. And he smoked our ass in the playoffs. That was, I think, Brett Favre last year. in the playoffs, and Michael Vick came in and smoked our ass. So shout out to Michael Vick, man. Virginia's on. In his road to redemption and shit like that, after all that fucking bullshit, basically Michael Vick took the ass whipping, as Allen Iverson would say, for all these young boys like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love. He took the fucking ass whipping for y'all to be where y'all are now to this day. So shout out to Michael Vick, number 7, first pick like Mike Vick was, yo, and his brother Marcus Vick as well, man. Shout out to all of them, yo. But staying on music and entertainment, all this other bullshit to get y'all, roped in. The Mike Tyson, what's up?
This is some at work, right? So, talk about Vic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me how it was an inmate that I was talking to, right?
Okay.
And he said he was not from the area, right?
All right.
And he was from Norfolk, Portsmouth area, right?
757.
Yeah, from 757. I said, well, what you in for? He said, dog fighting. I said, nigga, you ain't learned from the Mike Vick situation? And he just looked at me and started laughing.
Damn.
I said, damn, come on, man.
Pretty soon, the wild part about it, since Trump got in office and him and his boy, they real close like this. Him and his boy, Dana White, they're real close. So pretty soon, they're going to be sanctioned dog fighting. Mark my motherfucking word. It's going to be dog fighting, going to be sanctioned, and it's going to be a legit thing. They already got niggas slapping each other for no fucking apparent reason. They stole that from us in Hot 97 when they were doing the slap fest at the fucking studio. So all they just need is motherfuckers to get taxed on it, and then they'll make it what it is. But for right now, it's, they call it inhumane and all sort of bullshit. But pretty soon, mark my fucking words, as I clear the air, it's going to be a sanctioned fucking thing. But like I was saying, Nichole on the boards, yeah, November 15th, circle on your calendar, unless you got to pay for this shit, because I know my black ass ain't, because I'm already paying damn near $30 a month for Netflix. But the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight will be on November 15th for all of y'all out there, that want to watch that. My prediction is Mike Tyson probably going to knock him the fuck out within the first 3 rounds. And I say that because dude been talking a lot of shit. And Mike Tyson been really fucking quiet, Joe. And as of late, he been having like real fucking trainers. Bunch of old motherfuckers that just sit there and be like, yeah, you do that, Mike. Make sure you hit his head. Like the old custom model type shit. Just, just 2 to the body, 1 to the head. You know how to do. Move your head, Mike. Like one old motherfucker, I think he was in a wheelchair, was like, I know Mike Tyson all his life. And he haven't looked this good since he was, I believe, 13. I was like, oh, Lord, this before Mike Tyson became Iron Mike. So all I'm saying is, looking at these fucking workouts, videos, Mike Tyson ain't saying shit to nobody. He just in that bitch working out and look like a fucking animal. So I'm just saying, hopefully he can be able to turn that shit off. If not, it is what it is. But you notice he ain't did no real true press conference yet. And I have yet to see the, 24/7 shit that they be having, how they follow the fighters around. I ain't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. I think it's streaming now. But I ain't seen it yet. And I don't want Mike, man. It's going to be a bad day, a sad day for that boy if he clean his goddamn clock. To the fact that I don't even think Jake Paul's brother even wrestling no more. He like, yo, we need to get you ready to fight Mike Tyson. I don't know which version of Mike we going to get. But I don't think he getting high on that shit right now. He just there to fuck you up. So shout out to Mike Tyson. And Logan Paul. Like I said, if y'all do bets, y'all can put bets up, but I ain't putting no bet up. I just know it better be worth my while. But moving right along. Also, in the month of November, before Thanksgiving, circle the date for November the 22nd. The movie, the long, highly anticipated movie of The Gladiator 2 gonna be coming out starring Denzel Washington. I think he'll be like a Caesar or something. He gonna be one of the dudes. He'll be one of the bad guys in this joint. Every time he be bad, he get an Oscar. So all I'm saying is definitely be on the lookout for Gladiator 2. For those of y'all who actually out there that's real, Gladiator fans, real epic fans and shit like that. Y'all may or may not see. Hopefully, I don't want to see it unless they CGI this motherfucker. But I don't want to see no fat ass Russell Crowe. Like Russell Crowe, get your shit together, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. But yeah, hopefully we get to see Russell Crowe in there too. If it's CGI, that'd be cool. I can kind of appease me or whatever. But yeah, shout out to the Gladiator movie as well. Moving right along, we're on to what's streaming. What you watching, Nichole and boy? Because as of late, I've been falling asleep on all that shit that you putting on. So what you been watching as of late?
I'm trying to think of the name of the movie I watched. I watched a movie called Family. It was some sort of like family movie. I forget what it was called, but it was on Netflix, and it was basically this it was kind of like a Jumanji
that movie
thing.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he kept falling asleep on it, but
you know what I thought? So the movie, I can't think of the name of it, but it's something about a family that's fighting these wolves and shit. It's a board game. Anyway, they got the nigga, if y'all know the movie called Leon, the Professional, that had a young Mila Djokovic, I believe, in there. I think it was her. But the Professional, he was a hitman, killing people and shit. He in this fucking movie. And the shit is goddamn, it's dubbed, it's subtitled and dubbed and shit. So it's like, man, the fucking Professional in this joint, this fucking family movie, what the fuck going on? So I fall asleep on it every time we put it on. I don't even think the movie ended. It probably ended, but I ain't finished watching it. So, but with that being said, Nichole on the boards, I don't know the official date. I believe it's sometime this week or next week, but the final season of Stranger Things is going to be streaming on Netflix. I guess after the fight. Family Pack, okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's the name of the movie, Family Pack. So, after the fight as well, y'all can go check out the final season of Stranger Things. And then after that, you can go ahead and just, discontinue your Netflix service because ain't shit that's going to be popping off of that, yo. So, but with that being said, recently on Thursday, I pulled out my favorite movie of all time, Nichole, and was watching that bitch like I'd never seen before. And I just got finished watching, or I stopped watching it, which was Back to the Future on Peacock. Back to the Future 1. The rest of them ain't really shit. But shout out to Back to the Future. And the reason why I love Back to the Future is because they made Hollywood's interpretation of the future is Back to the Future. Like, they tell you how you get to the future, and every movie ever since then, hey man, you can't go back to the future and change some shit because everything else gonna change. So shout out to everybody who put that movie together. Still a classic. And shout out to my cousins Eric and Erica. They know that fucking movie verbatim, all the lines. So I remember when they had that shit was on tape, yo, and they got to the point where the VCR won't really goddamn working together with the tape and did the tracking with certain scenes. I guess they rewinded it too much on certain scenes, and now the tracking all fucked up. So shout out to them as well. But staying on going back in time, shout out to the car company Hyundai. They most recently revealed a new electric car concept, and it's inspired by the 1980s. And it's like a sedan, yo, and it looked like an old school, but it's an electric car. Probably have a picture beside me here, right here. And the shit tough as hell, yo. It's a 4-door sedan. It looked like it's from the 80s, but when you look at it, it's like, oh, that's an electric car, yo. So it says celebrating, Hyundai said they built the Heritage Series Grandeur, which is an electric, modernized version of the 1980s saloon car. And they said that we are celebrating the 35th anniversary of the 1986 Hyundai Grandeur flagship sedan with an electrifying retro concept, with an electric powertrain and all new light and sound features. The Heritage Series Grandeur will seduce you with its 80s nostalgia, cutting edge technology, and luxurious interior. And it says the project was led by the interior design team that was carried out on a genuine first generation Grandeur. And the first model holds so much symbolism for them as a brand and for their fans who grew up with these cars. So shout out to Hyundai. Yeah. So I just hope Hyundai gets smart enough and make sure that these motherfuckers don't put another TikTok challenge out there and start jacking these motherfuckers. But the car do look dope, yo. So shout out to Hyundai as well, yo. The car go hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
one of them looked like somebody's grandma car.
That's what they look like. They're the
The other
grandeur.
one looked like a sports type of
Okay.
car.
Gotcha.
A 1970s design, that one.
Oh no, they're going with the 80s, I believe, the 80s model, which is dope, y'all. So
That one would have been dope.
yeah, but it ain't got that sedan fit. That's more of a coupe. You feel me? Moving right along. Nichole on the boards. Backing up. I know we was on sports earlier, but backing up. We're gonna go to the NBA. But for all the haters out there, y'all were right. I know y'all were right. It was going to happen. But this just end. Bronny James is now assigned to the G-League, and he's expected to make his debut today, Saturday, November 9th, with the G-League team. Bronny is expecting to make his G-League debut with the South Bay Lakers on Saturday against the Salt Lake City, whoever the fuck their team is. And Bronny will be on the Lakers roster versus the Sixers Friday, and then he will rejoin the South Bay team.
So what is the South Bay team?
I have no idea what the fuck their name is. I just know it's the South Bay team. So South Bay is the name of the Lakers G-League team.
Why is he playing on a G-League team?
Bronny James needs some more practice. He needs some more developmental skills. And NBA is a different game. And them boys is yamming on people left and fucking right. And the wild part about it, Bronny James did something that I wish he didn't do. I know he wish he could take it back. But, you know, I'm all cool about...
on his dad?
No. I'm all cool about, you know, him caping for his dad and shit because it is his dad. But LeBron James and John Morant, they had like a little back and forth. And LeBron James backed John Morant down, made the shot or whatever. And then went to John Morant and gave him the too small jump, right? And then on the very next play, I think John Morant scored a bucket and like bumped into LeBron in his back and shit, right? And got a tech on him or whatever, or flagrant or whatever. And after the game, Bronny James decided to do something that no man should do. And he went to Twitter and took the picture of his dad doing too small on John Morant. And then he had the little too small emoji or whatever. And we were just like, the comments was eating his ass up. And then one person was like, you should never did that. And then it just the floodgates opened up on LeBron James. So hopefully he survived and he'd be able to play today versus the Salt Lake City team.
Joking on him for...
The internet smoked his ass. Yes, the internet smoked him.
Why? Because he speaking on behalf of his daddy. He ain't like he's speaking on behalf of his
but it's like, at the end of the day, come on, man. Like, your dad, he been doing this shit for 22 years. He don't need you to cape for him, young man. But moving right along, for all y'all there that's new to the podcast show, we do talk about music, entertainment, and sports, and all the bullshit as well, just to kind of get your attention. But then we kind of flip the coin as well. And I want to let y'all know the reason why this podcast started. The podcast started, and the goal is, for a lot of us, is about black men and just black mental health in general. And oftentimes in the black community, it's looked down upon to say that you may be suffering from a mental breakdown, and that's more of a white people thing. But we wanted to get black men talking and get the families back together. We also wanted to bridge the gap between families, friends, because we feel like life gets in the way, and it also clouds our judgment of others. Most importantly, at Clear The Heir and at Twin2ition, we want to give inspiration and hope for the young and old. And we also just want to have this be a conversation, okay? The ability to also self-assess, because if you can hear yourself speak it, then your words gonna convict you if your actions don't portray the same, y'all. So that's really why the podcast really started as well. And we're gonna also continue to have guests on the show. Also continue to have the music spotlight, the different game shows and questionnaires, things of that nature. But we really wanted to, set ourselves apart from the other podcasts we out here, because a lot of the other podcasts are very, very, very messy, in essence. But we want to kind of set ourselves apart as well. So, with that also being said, to segue. Also, we have a call to action to all of you guys out there that are entrepreneurs, calling all entrepreneurs. If you want to be featured on our show, because we have a ad spot, because our show is growing, we got an ad spot called Business Spotlight. And what we want to do is we want to put your business on Front Street. here at Twin2ition presents Clear the Air. We want to go to where you are, interview you, cameras, lights, cameras in action, ask you a couple of questions as well, and then, you know, you may be featured on the show as our ad, you know. So for all of you out there, there's got somebody out there that's working in their gift, that has their own business, reach out to us, send us a DM, and then what we can do is we can put you on our show, and you can be an ad on Clear the Air, and it's just like that. You can go ahead and add what you got to say, Nichole, on the board.
I was just saying, you know, a lot of these smaller businesses and stuff, like, some people don't even know that they're even there.
Right.
And, you know, unless you hear about it, like, for instance, the shop that...
Now, don't speak on any specific shops without them being portrayed on, you know, on the show first. What would you guys say?
I was just going to say this shop that Melly's wife has.
Okay.
You know, if I wouldn't even known the shop, where the shop was, what it was, until I seen it on Facebook. And I seen it due to someone that created that hair product that I bought you for, like, the scalp detox thing that I bought for you.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that and was like, oh, well, maybe this would be good for Carrie's scalp or Hoggie's scalp and Taj's scalp, because, you know, with your braids, you know, your scalp get dry real quick or whatever. So I figured that'd be a good product to try in your hair. Maybe your scalp won't get so dry so quick. And we tried it, and it worked wonderfully. I can't remember the name of the product. It's upstairs. One day maybe we'll spotlight that. We can reach out to the person, see if they would agree to it or whatever. But their product was at their shop. Didn't even know that shop was there. No, you know Melly. I know his wife. But, you know, I wouldn't have known it was there if I didn't see the advertisement for the product being at her store.
Gotcha.
So, you know, when it takes stuff like this, like the podcast and people posting stuff on social media and stuff, to bring the clientele to these small businesses.
Right.
If it wasn't for, you know, people spreading the word, it wouldn't last as long as it could, because nobody knows about it. You would just see it in passing and be like, oh, well, let me see what they have.
Gotcha.
Type thing.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. With that all being said, when Nichole and the boys was saying, hey, if you want to be featured on our show for the ad spot, for a business spotlight, DM me for further details. Not a middleman, not the third man, not the second man. I need the man or woman who is actually the entrepreneur to reach out to me at Clear the Air on Instagram, Clear the Air on Facebook, Twin2ition Pod on Twitter. And let's clear the motherfucking air for this business spotlight. Let's fucking go. Come on now. Changing gears to the nerd talk, because we spoke on it just briefly. And the nerd talk is like how we talk about, you know, like entertainment, whether it be comics and video games and shit like that. We all play video games. We got all the current generation at our fingertips right now, except for the motherfucking PS5 Pro. That's some shit y'all can have. That's a niche fucking product. I ain't really big on getting the latest and greatest thing, but if it's the latest, I can get it. It ain't necessarily got to be the motherfucking greatest. But nerd talk. I've been playing my Xbox a lot. And I believe I'm working on my second Xbox Elite controller. And it might be my third, because I feel like my controller getting a little drift now. I've been playing Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. And somehow, some way, it's starting to drift. I don't know if it's due to the different games, whatever. It won't be drifting at all in Modern Warfare 3, but now the motherfucker drifting. But Black Ops 6 has really showed me one thing, and that's to let me know that I'm really getting old. As far as my hand-eye coordination and all that, right? And I got extra buttons on the Elite. Got little paddles on the back and shit, so I ain't got to move my thumb. I can just hit the little paddles on the back. Nichole and the boys like that because I get to use these fingers too. But I get to hit the paddles on the back to slide and shit like that, move and all this other stuff, and still look around and shoot. Anyway, they got this thing called Omni Movement, Nichole on the boards.
What the fuck is Omni movement?
Omni movement means you can hold the B button, right, and then use the right thumbstick to wherever you're looking at, and you can slide and jump anywhere the fuck you want to go, right, in the game, right. And
so that's like unnatural movements.
It's real movements. Like if you wasn't really in a real gunfight in real life,
the way you was doing it,
motherfucker. No, they had one dude. They had a jump where Freaky Zeke was on the interview. And he was like, the dude swung his legs, and I got hit. The nigga swung his legs in the game, yo. Jumped all down the steps and shot me. I'm like, how in the fuck am I supposed to hit these people that's flying around me? Like, and I get kills in the game. Like I was telling Taj, he was getting off the bus and I came home a little early off work and I said, yo, son, I done played 4 matches of this game. I've been averaging 50 fucking kills per fucking match and only won one of these motherfuckers, yo. These people are smoking me in this goddamn game, yo. So the Omni movement is a real thing, but it got me ready to retire, yo. But with that also, huh?
I said, don't retire.
Man, the Omni movement it's a whole different game, yo. And the guns, like, they can shoot you as you go into cover. And by the time your heel hit the last piece of open airway to get into cover, you already fucking dead. It's like, what the fuck going on with this game? Hopefully they can balance this shit. Nuketown, you might well just stay still. Ain't no sense of even just running around because you can get fucked up. I don't even know if I ain't played it long enough to get all these unlocks and all the strong guns and stuff because I do have a full-time job and also run podcasts and also a husband and father and all sorts of shit. So I ain't got enough time to dedicate to this game. But the little bit of time I do, I get smoked in this motherfucker, yo. But it is what it is. Call of Duty, if you ain't got it, you can get it on Game Pass for, $14, $15, I think it's $20 now for Game Pass Ultimate. You can get the game, stream it. If you have a Fire Stick, you can also play Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on your Fire Stick. And so Xbox got it so you can play any motherfucking way now. So shout out to Microsoft. They spent enough money to actually make these games go any fucking where. We just waiting on that portable fucking console, Microsoft. But with it also being said, to segue to the portable console.
Throw the portal out the water.
Yeah, please do. But with that also being said, the Nintendo Switch 2 might have to dethrone the PlayStation Portal because they have no official release date yet. Mm-hmm. But they came out and said, hey, we know y'all want this motherfucker. But before y'all do that, we got a new thing called the Nintendo Alarmo, which is an alarm clock that will track your movements and it will not snooze until you get the fuck out the bed. So it was real dope to see that. And as a Nintendo Switch Online member,
get that for your son,
that goddamn alarm clock is $100 motherfucking dollars, yo. Yeah, you see how your head popped up like that quick?
$100
for a fucking alarm clock,
yeah. That's gonna be his alarm clock for the rest of his life.
But it tracks your movement. For, like I said, this is Nerd Talk for y'all who just joining into the podcast. So we're talking about some real state-of-the-art nerd shit, right? You got to be deep in nerddom to know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, so they got a clock called Alarmo, and it plays different sounds from select Nintendo games. And like the bitch get louder and louder and louder and louder. It's kind of dope. But yeah, back to the Switch 2. It has no official name or release date yet. But it said it will be backwards compatible. So you can play all your old Nintendo Switch games on this motherfucker. Hopefully it be the hard ones too, like the little cartridges and the digital games. But you also take your profile with you too. So that's something Nintendo never done before on any of their consoles. Have your fucking profiles
That's real
go.
good because then like your games that you downloaded and shit should be able to come with your profile.
Right. Only thing is, what game is going to come out with the Nintendo Switch 2? To make people want to buy that junk, like, oh shit, it can't be Zelda because Zelda.
They just dropped one.
They just dropped one. It can't be Zelda, so it's got. Hopefully, it'll be a good property. They didn't get what they got. Metroid,
I feel like
Mario.
They recently came out with a Splatoon. I mean, they probably could do another Splatoon.
Man, fuck that game, man.
I feel like they fucked up Salmon Run though.
I spent $180 on Splatoon. Everybody got a copy. You get a copy. Because you can't share a fucking game. Hopefully, they fix that shit. Fix it so you can share games on the fucking console. If I got a Nintendo family fucking pack of membership, it just hit my bank account today. That motherfucker just like Apple. I hit my bank account today. And I spent the Nintendo Switch family. And I'm also paying for niggas that ain't even in the household. on Nintendo Switch. So shout out to me for being a real MVP. So shout out to them as well.
CJ on there.
Yeah, somebody else on there too. I think you hold like 8 profiles, so a whole bunch of fucking profiles
Just
on there.
CJ.
Maybe. But that's the nerd talk for the day.
So him and Taj could play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, to the listening and viewing audience, I do not. Unfortunately, this week been a trying week, and I really haven't really been on that tear. But I don't have a motivational minute this week. I don't know if Nichole and the boys want to take over that for today's episode. I don't know, because
motivational minute.
This episode, why she thinking? This episode is like a filler episode. This me getting back into the groove. I initially was gonna pod yesterday and was like, man, I don't feel like podding today. Got up and I was like, I don't feel like podding, but in essence, the show must go on. But I do not have a motivational minute this week. But to segue back to what I was saying a couple episodes ago, I don't have it on me. I just received Nichole and the boys, man. From a mentor, the gentleman I spoke highly of at my place of business where I work and save lives as well as kind of laugh at people. I received another award, Joe. And so I wanted to shout out the OG, Mr. Ruffin, man, for gracing me with another award. I'm going to have it tangible so I can show y'all, but it's a challenge coin. It's also an award, and he's from a retired military garrison. He gave me this award, man, and it means a lot to me. And it's my third award, like you said, Nichole and the boys. I received it in the month of October. I received that shit on Halloween, yo. So that's something I can carry around with me as well. It's kind of weird to have a nigga hold a whole goddamn plaque everywhere you go, but I got a little award that I received. So I wanted it really, that actually filled my cup where that bitch overflowed, yo. So I'm going to keep working in my purpose, y'all. So I guess the motivation minute would be to continue to just do the work. You know what I'm saying? Continue to work in your purpose, work in your gift. Everybody's not going to believe in what you do and what you say, but continue to do the work. Continue to strive to be a better version of yourself than you were the day prior, regardless of what transpired. Continue to show up. Continue, like I said, to do the work, man, because your gift is eventually going to make room for you, and you're going to be able to be into these different rooms where you are acknowledged. And it's funny. I just put a post up not too long ago today where it was just like, it's crazy how the day one niggas don't believe in your dream, but they the first ones that had their motherfucking hand out, man. So it's just that right now your shit ain't popping because the people around you just don't want to support you. Go somewhere else. Continue to put your music out, continue to put your art out, continue to speak your truth, continue to do whatever it is that you do. Eventually, somebody somewhere is going to take hold of that, and just like that, y'all. So, a little short motivational minute, but to kind of wrap this podcast up, y'all.
I got some motivational quotes.
Okay, what you got?
I gave you 2 of them.
Okay.
That kind of go on the same line of what you were talking about. So the first one, I don't know who said it, but it says, great things never come from comfort zones.
That's true.
So basically, you got to step out that comfort zone.
For sure.
And then this next one will be by Nelson Mandela. And it says, it always seems impossible until it's done.
Damn right. Shout out to Nichole and the boys for being, tech privy. Pull them quotes up for me. I appreciate that. But before we head out, first and foremost, I want to send my deepest condolences to the actor, Mr. Tony Todd. Y'all know him as Candyman. I also recently known him as Venom and Marvel's Spider-Man on the PlayStation 5. Spider-Man 2, he played Venom. He did an excellent job at Venom. A better job than the boy that played Bane in the last Venom movie. I heard the Venom movie tanked. So that's becoming this digital and streaming platforms really, really soon. But, like I said, rest in peace to Mr. Tony Todd. He had a very, very unique voice. He had a scary-ass fucking voice. But yeah, Tony Todd. Sure did. He was also, because I watched all the old Halloween movies during the Halloween season. Not the Halloween theme movies, but Halloween movies, but Tales from the Hood. He was in Tales from the Hood
That's what I'm saying.
3.
Wasn't he in Tales of the Hood? Wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was walking with a little girl and shit like that. Yeah, so, yeah. And I called it, I don't remember seeing that ever, but I recently watched Tales from the Hood 3, I believe it was. And Tony Todd was in that as well, man. So, you know what I'm saying? His legacy will live on. He's still going to be Candyman as well, forever. Just don't say that name 3 times. And also, I ain't never said it. I'll be real, so I don't know who had, but
Candyman.
That's on you. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say. But also, shout out and also deepest condolences to his family, to the late Mr. Rashawn Bolin, police lieutenant out here in the city of Petersburg. He also is a high school graduate from my school as well. He was a lieutenant as well. So rest in peace, black man. Your end of watch has come near, man. But from one public servant to another, like I said, my deepest condolences. It's a selfless job as well, man. And it's just really unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, all things work together for those who believe in the Lord, man. And like I said, my condolences to his family as well. And yeah, like I said, my deepest condolences out to the family as well, man. That was definitely a hard pill to swallow for a lot of us, that grew up with the guy as well. So, Petersburg, y'all losing a good one, to be honest, man. That's one of the very few people I can say, man, to put on, that badge and that uniform and did his job and did it with great honor and respect and integrity, man. So, shout out to him and his family as well, man. Our deepest and sincerest condolences from myself and my wife and Clear the Heir. Gretas ID as well, man. So to go ahead and end this podcast, like I say, I always end it. And it's to always pray, to have eyes to see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, a mind that forgets the bad, and a soul that never loses faith in God. And from the words of me, from Twin2ition, is to change your thoughts, you'll change your world. Don't give advice, live it. People get your message by watching you. And in the words of Lunatic, he said, you'll never lead a flock of men to the promised land. How you gonna hold the crown? So we here to clear the air, y'all, and it's just like that, man. Bronny Burns, before we head out also, like I said, y'all have a week filled of everything that you desired it to be, man. Know that you are in full control of every situation, every action that you take. Remember how strong you are, okay? It starts here in the mind. So a man or a woman thinketh, so is he or she. It starts here first, and then you put it out there in the world. Tell yourself, because you believe 100% of what you tell yourself, y'all. And with that being said, we out, y'all. Bronny Burns, take us out, man. So hit that subscribe button as well, at Clear the Heir as well. And I thank y'all for tuning in again to another episode of Clear the Heir. Let's go. Why it ain't playing in my ear? Oh, I know why. Oh, wait. I always hit the wrong joint. So let me go ahead and run that back one more time. I was about to hit the white facts, man. Where we at? Here we are here. Anything you want to add for the end of the week, Nichole on the boards? Oh yeah, speaking of that, shout out to the end of the week. I'm getting that merch as well. Shout out to the Real G's as well. Shout out. I can't say it yet, but shout out. Like I said, the music spotlight lineup is really, really about to take flight, y'all. Not that it haven't already, man, but like I said, shout out to all the artists, everybody that believed in this thing called Clear the Heir, man. So I wanted to really give y'all a big shout out. And like I said, shout out and salute again to the one and only Bronny Burns, man. Burns Instrumentals is the guy that y'all hear in the intro, the outros. Like, one of the reasons why that I put this thing together, man. This guy has been an inspiration to myself and my family, for somebody who consistently been working in his gift since I've been alive, yo, in this music thing, man. So shout out to him as well, yo. So Bronny Burns, take us out.
My man Bronny Burns, overachievers.
Journalism from a master site.
Right rhyme for Beamer, Rovers, overachievers.
Journalism from a master
Right rhyme
site.
for Beamer, Rovers over Achievers.
Journalism from a master site.
Right rhyme for Beamer, Rovers over Achievers.
Journalism from a master
Right rhyme
site.
for Beamer.